Hello beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel, and on today's video I'm going to show you how I made the wraps for this samosa recipe. Without further ado, let's get into the video. In the previous video I showed how I made this filling, and all you need in a bowl, you would add 4 cups of flour, approximately 500 grams of flour. You sift it and make sure it's void of lumps and other debris. You sieve and you'll add your salt, 1 teaspoon, sugar, 1/2 tablespoon, and then you would add water, 2.5 cups of water. As you can see, I am adding my salt at this point, and I sift it, the sugar, and you mix well. Then you would measure your water and you add. Also, please take note that there are different types of flour, and that will determine the quantity of water you're adding. But ideally, expect to add about 2 cups of water. The 1/2 cup of water should come gradually depending on how thick or how runny the consistency of your batter becomes. You don't want it to be too thick and you don't want it to become watery. Please, you'll see when I raise the batter and you'll see how it is, which is the consistency we are going for. Please do not add too much water because it will become too runny and you would find it difficult to work with when you're putting it on your pan. And when you allow it to rest, you realize that it will loosen up. The consistency of your batter will loosen up a bit. So this is where I am measuring the 1/2 cup of water, and I'm not sure if I used all the 1/2 cup of water because the batter I got was having the right consistency I want. Like I said, the type of flour you use determines the quantity of water you use. There are some flours that are hard flours while some are soft. Hard and soft simply means some absorb more water while some do not absorb more water. So try to know the type of flour you're using, or you go gradually with the water you're adding. When you do that, you beat your batter very well so that all the flour will be fully incorporated and the batter will be looking better without any form of lumps in it, and you're good to go when you do that. When you're done mixing, you allow your batter to rest for at least 10 minutes, because if you allow your batter to rest, you can actually go ahead and start, but you should allow your batter to rest because it's going to now give a better result. The batter you're using is going to have a better feel to it. You see, this is the consistency we are going for. You can decide to go thicker when you fully understand how to spread it, or go lighter if you're going to use pastry brush to do it. I think if you want me to show you another way of doing this with a pastry brush, please drop a comment in the comment section so that I'll know, and then I'll make a video on how to do that. So leave your batter to rest for 10 minutes and get your non-stick pan ready. So on a non-stick pan, you need a very good non-stick pan to be able to do this. So on your non-sticky pan, you'll need your hands to do this. I know a lot of you are scared of fire, but you're not putting your hands directly on the fire. Your hands have the batter on it, and you're not putting your palm directly on the pan. You're using the batter to rub on your non-sticky pan, and if you can see, I lifted it easily because it is a non-stick pan. The flame of my gas is very low. Why? Because I am trying to control the temperature and how fast I am going to work. If I was doing an order or I wasn't filming a video, I'll definitely do it faster and I'll not put the flame that low. But when you're starting off, you need the fire to be low This will require a bit of practice because you don't just get it at once. Just take your time, watch the video. If you can take it back multiple times, you can do that. And if you watch closely, you would notice that it is becoming white from the middle and gradually it is spreading. It is spreading to the edges, and you'll see how a part it will start lifting. When you notice the part that has started lifting, you just pull it up, and that is all. It is ready. You know that the reason why we use non-stick pan is because of the fact that it will not allow this thing to stick to it. That is the literal meaning. It is a non-stick pan, so you expect whatever you put not to stick. If you use just a pan that is scratched or a pan that is not non-stick, you don't know what exactly to expect. So at this point, you keep watching so that you'll see how I am doing it, because it's going to be difficult to literally explain what exactly I am doing. You get? Because some of these things just require you to watch and then you practice, because it's only practice that will get you to a perfect state. So I have sped up this video at this point so that we can just get to the point where we are wrapping and cutting it, because this is just going to be repetition. So you just keep watching so that you'll understand better. So at this point, your sheets are ready and you are going to assemble them on each other so that you can cut them into strips, and you'll now start wrapping from there. So you can either decide to cut into 3 or 4 strips, but in this video I cut them into 3 strips because I did not want to do too much. But you can decide to cut them into 4 because I had excess on the end and that was wasted. But in business, you not want to do that because you know you don't want to waste anything. You're a business owner and you're not out to waste anything. If you gotten to this point and you want to see how I made the filling for this samosa, please watch the previous video before this one on my channel and you'll see a detailed video on how to do it. So here we are trying to wrap the samosa, and first off you're going to try and make a triangle. Sorry for the times that my hands are not on the video, but you'll still see it with other ones I do, but it's simple. Just watch how I do it. Just make sure you're making a perfect triangle. You can drop it on the table and do, but for me I think I prefer holding it and it's easier for me. Please, I washed my hands are clean, so there's no need for any gloves here. So you'll use the flour mixture to glue it together and take off any excesses. Just watch the video closely and you'll understand every single thing that is meant to be done.